Hi, today we're going to be talking about essential oils, specifically peppermint by Andrew Olson and Janae, allergic to her last name, pollen.
So, peppermint essential oils, what is it? It's a type of aromatherapy. So, with aromatherapy, they extract oils from flowers, barks, and leaves. So, in this case, peppermint leaves. And essential oils, what they are trying to do is they're trying to target the skin. You can penetrate the human skin to help with the aurora of it. And this will help to kind of like remodel the human self and maybe work in a friendly manner in the site that is malfunctioning. So with peppermint oil, it can be topically, it can be used through vaporization or orally.
So, who would use peppermint essential oils? It's typically a dietary supplement that for the skin in preparation for if someone has irritable bowel syndrome, post C-section, indigestion, colds and coughs, sinus and respiratory infections, and skin health. Current first-year student Morgan Gunderson currently uses them, but she was unavailable for comments about this section.
So the main component in peppermint oils is methanol, which produces the pharmacological action. So it's an anti-inflammatory. It can help with infections, spasms in the stomach, as well as a vasoconstrictor. So some other big effects, it helps with attention process, improving your lung capacity, reducing those stomach aches and soothing digestive issues, and it can help freshen that bad breath.
So there are side effects as well with peppermint essential oils, including heartburn, which depends on the capsule because the capsule can sometimes be broken down too quickly if taken orally when it's competing with over-the-counter drugs. You can also get allergic reactions like flushing, headache, and mouth sores. You can also see anal burning during bouts of diarrhea. And achylohydria is a condition that is a contraindication with this essential oil due to the breakdown of the capsule when taken orally.
So, is there some similarities? As we were doing our research, we looked into medications for IBS, and we saw that people who suffer with IBS do take antispasmodics to treat the abdominal pain and bloating. But peppermint oil does the same thing. Two, we also thought about icy hot, Vicks, your humidifiers. So when you do have those colds, flu, maybe even muscle spasms, you're using um, those interventions to help with those symptoms. But essential oils, peppermint is a lot more cost effective, natural solution to replacing all those pharmaceutical drugs.
One study that we decided to look at was how essential oils can affect muscle performance. So, this study used 30 healthy university males and they put them into a randomized control study. They looked at the performance then of exercise after 5 minutes and 1 hour. Interesting enough, the experimental group had significant increases in their standing vertical jump, standing long jump, and grip force. As you can see, former Georgia Bulldog great Chris Conley probably was using essential oils during the NFL Combine. They did explore the difference in vitals as well, such as blood pressure and respiratory rate. And blood pressure wasn't a huge difference in the control and experiment, but respiratory rate was reduced in the experimental group, about an average of breaths per second less. Uh, the study did not investigate the mechanism of the essential oil, and a lot of the studies out there are currently working on seeing what the mechanism is of these essential oils.
Our second study looked at women post C section, and they wanted to examine the effects of the peppermint on post operative nausea following a scheduled C section. They used about 35 females for this study, and the women were divided into three different intervention groups. So either they received the peppermint oil, they maybe received a placebo, or they had a control group where they received an antiemetic through an IV. And how it worked is that if they felt nauseated, the nurse took their baseline using a 6-point scale to measure how they felt. Then they administered one of the interventions, and then 2 and 5 minutes after that initial intervention, they asked again about the 6-point scale and where they felt. And through this study, they found that the peppermint group nausea level was significantly lower than the other treatment groups. So just shows that peppermint oil can help relieve nausea.
This is CNN Breaking News.
So, what are Janae and Drew's recommendations for this? We highly recommend using essential oils peppermint. for one of the big reasons is that it can help take a lot of replacement of the pharmaceutical drugs. Me personally, I have used peppermint oil a lot, especially when I have a cold. It helps open up the airway a lot. I've combined it with other oils to make my own type of icy hot because I wasn't really sure what was in that. So if you're really skeptical about maybe taking that symptomatic drug, maybe it doesn't make you feel very good, it doesn't help with the abdominal pains, maybe you're not sure about icy hot or Vicks, why not try out peppermint oil?
It's also an ancient way of treatment that our ancestors used, and it's currently trending, and you don't want to be stuck in a non trending situation. Thank you for listening to our presentation today. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to Janae and myself. Thank you.